How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be going over my BattleBit settings. I've had this requested quite a few times in YouTube comments, so I thought I might as well put together a quick video just showing off my BattleBit settings. Let's get into it. First thing is video settings. Custom resolution 1440 by 1080 is what I use. Easy to enable, just go custom resolution, tick it, type in your res you want, you're good to go. VSync off, of course. Max FPS 240, which is my monitor. Field of view I use 110. I was using 120 for a while, but I ended up turning it down to 110 when I stretched out my res, because I don't know, it's just a bit weird. Screen shake off, and graphics settings, I always get 240 FPS, so I haven't really messed around with this much. Although I do have my brightness up, wherever that is. I turn my brightness up. Makes it a little easier to see enemies, I find. That's going to be it for that. Now for key bindings, again, nothing crazy in the key bindings. I have scroll down to jump. I have pretty standard bindings overall. I have mouse 3, so side mouse button to crouch, which I honestly don't use when I'm aiming. I only use that if I'm not aiming at someone. For obvious reasons, you want to keep a consistent grip to aim consistently, so you don't want to be squeezing a button on the side of your mouse and trying to aim at the same time. It's really annoying. Lean on Q and E, normal. I use toggle lean as well. Jump on scroll down. Drag players F. I do not use bandage and drag players on the same key, because I like to b-hop around in circles while I'm bandaging. You can double bind it and have one key for dragging and bandaging and one for just bandaging, but I don't really have a problem just clicking F and then clicking 3, so I've never bound that one. Everything else is pretty standard. Changed a couple of things like turning lasers on and off. Nothing too out of the ordinary in there. Next up, we're going to go to controls. Directional climbing, I don't know what the fuck that does, but I have it ticked. Toggle lean, I use. Toggle aim, I do not use, although I was using it when red gunning. I only stopped using it when I started using, like, just quick scoping and using Desert Eagle and stuff. The reason for using toggle aim, and I would recommend it if you just use, like, red guns, like assault rifles and stuff, is for the same reason you shouldn't crouch on the side of your mouse while aiming. It's about consistency in your aim, so putting pressure down on the right click will change your grip on the mouse and generally make you more inconsistent between hip firing and ADSing. My sensitivity 121, 121, 121, 121, 800 DPI, and scope sensitivities 91 on the 4x. Everything else is like default pretty much. I was using like 140 on the 4x, but I found slowing it down made me a little bit more consistent with my quickscopes, so I decided for that. Another thing to note is I do use Raw XL sometimes, not all the time. I will put my Raw XL settings up on the screen now if you're interested in those. If you don't know what that is, I have videos on Raw XL. It's essentially a mouse acceleration program. But yeah, I'll link a video in the description where I talk about Raw XL, and I'll show the graph that I use on the screen. Now in gameplay, this is probably where I've changed the most settings. Someone recently commented saying that they thought I might be using a third-party crosshair program. I do not use any third-party crosshairs. I just use the laser sight on my gun to aim. Just a little FYI. I don't even think a third-party crosshair program would work that well with BattleBit, because I'm pretty sure the barrel of your gun isn't always pointed, especially with what I'm doing, like jump shot, no scoping and stuff. I'm pretty certain the barrel of the gun isn't even lined up with the center of your screen most of the time, so that wouldn't really help you much. I'm going to quickly scroll through these so you can kind of see. I've changed a bit in here actually. Headshot color, change that to something different. These are all preference settings really, and although I have turned down my friendly icon size to 0.6, would recommend turning that down if you haven't already. just kind of clears up your screen a little bit, especially in the 127 games, and you got a heap of, you know, friendlies behind a wall, and there's an enemy in front of you, you got all these like fucking blue dots in your face. It's annoying as shit. Yeah, so scroll through here and just let you kind of have a look. Flag size, another one I'd recommend turning down. Turn that down to 50%, and the opacity to 50%. I don't give a shit about the flags, to be honest. Like, I just want to shoot people, so fuck that shit off. Yeah, pretty standard. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it, to be honest, for the settings. So yeah, again, nothing too out of the ordinary. But people did ask for a settings video, so hopefully this is what you wanted. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.